Well, with FIFA 2026 World Cup starting today in U.S. cities, businesses are learning the hard way that even simple promotions can trigger trademark issues. Joining us is trademark and intellectual property attorney Katie Charleston. Katie, welcome to the news desk. Thank you for your time today.
Sure, thank you for having me.
So, why is FIFA so aggressive about protecting its trademarks, and why should everyday businesses care right now?
Well, FIFA is doing all it can to protect intellectual property assets that it has spent a lot of time and money protecting. Particularly with respect to the World Cup, it provides exclusive rights to sponsors, and the sponsors have the right to use the logos and affiliate themselves with the business, and they pay a fee to do so. Those fees then, in turn, help FIFA support the tournament and make it all that it is today. And so, if it were to allow anyone to use these intellectual property assets, it wouldn't be as valuable to the sponsorships, and it would drive down the value of what we see today as FIFA and the World Cup.
Many business owners think trademark law only applies to counterfeit merchandise, but what kinds of everyday promotions can actually create legal problems for these businesses?
That's so true. Businesses need to look out for how they're advertising, even events within their venues. The important thing to remember as a business owner is that you don't want to put together any advertising that would make it look like you were affiliated with the World Cup. So that would include using world trademarks or excuse me, World Cup trademarks with the FIFA language or logo that's protected by the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office.
Why are terms like the World Cup, FIFA 2026, or even certain graphics a big deal legally?
Well, they're source identifiers. And everyday business owners build these intellectual property assets to identify them as a distinct entity or business from others in the same market. The World Cup and FIFA, particularly, are different than your local sports league. And they protect these assets by registering them with the trademark office to prevent others from using the same type of language. It would dilute the language and the logos and the marks such that we wouldn't know who was talking about the actual FIFA program or the World Cup itself. So it's important that they continue to protect them or they'll lose rights to them overall.
Katie, we hear the term ambush marketing a lot around major sporting events. What does that mean in plain English?
It means taking advantage of a local event or program for your own commercial purposes. So really you see an event come to town and you try to use it to bring in business that the venue or the entity that has the event going on is bringing in. Really, you're trying to profit off someone else's work or business.
If a bar or restaurant wants to host a watch party, what can they do safely and what should they avoid?
Well, safely, they can advertise that they're having a watch party or a party around soccer or whatever the particular event is, as long as they're not using the actual protected marks. Protected marks are public. Business owners can also contact attorneys to make sure that what they're putting out is legal and not going to infringe on anyone's rights. But they certainly could come up with their own designs related to soccer and the party that wouldn't infringe upon FIFA or similar events.
Sure. So, for instance, they couldn't say we're having a FIFA watch party. That would be, I guess, frowned upon. But they could say we're having a soccer match watch party.
Certainly, certainly. Yes, FIFA itself is a registered trademark, so they would not be able to use the name, but they certainly could say soccer watch party.
What type of consequences could these businesses face legally?
Well, they can expect a cease and desist letter, which would be a letter from FIFA itself or the organization demanding the stop of the use of the marks. If the business owner fails to stop use, they could look at litigation and it could cost them thousands of dollars. And it's easy enough to avoid these types of things by making sure that your advertisement is not infringing on these marks.
What about social media posts? Is that protected as well? Is FIFA protective of that trademark?
So social media posts, similarly, if you're using FIFA or related trademarks to advertise an event and profit commercially, and you're doing so understanding that the organization itself is going to want to protect these marks. So I would suggest if you are posting on social media, again, use more generic labeling. Don't take the trademarks or copy and paste the images from the FIFA site into your post. It could definitely be a problem. I mean, you can certainly talk about FIFA like you and I, but promoting it in a
Mhm.
way that makes it seem like it's affiliated with your business would be infringing.
For instance, if you were to have a watch party at your local establishment and you did, let's say, for instance, hey, we're having a soccer watch party for the USA team, or hashtag Go USA, and then another hashtag FIFA World Cup 2026. Would they be in trouble for that last part, that hashtag FIFA World Cup 2026?
Yes, specifically, even in the FIFA intellectual property guidelines, they mentioned the use of uh, their branding and FIFA in particular with respect to social media and hashtags. I would advise against that.
Okay, so no hashtags as well. Where can businesses go to get guidance before they run into trouble?
Well, they certainly can do a search on the United States Patent and Trademark Office themselves for FIFA trademarks if they're looking for that. FIFA has a guideline online where they list out their trademarks, both the designs and the word marks. So those can easily be accessible to make sure that you're not using them. But there's always legal counsel as well that can be assisted in helping with these matters.
And finally, Katie, if you could give business owners one piece of advice before the World Cup, well, as it kicks off today, what would that be?
It would be to promote your own businesses and to continue building your own protection, intellectual property so that you can have rights similar to FIFA and be able to protect them while also supporting local events and the World Cup.
Katie Charleston, thank you for the important insight on the World Cup. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.